The first Ghostbusters film is regarded as one of the most laugh-out-loud movies ever crafted, seamlessly blending together comedy, action, and horror with the aid of a superstar cast headed by Bill Murray and, for the time, over-the-top special effects. It's a cultural phenomenon that is looked back at fondly. Its sequel, however, not so much. Released in 1989, Ghostbusters II, it seemed like it was going to be a big hit. I mean, it brought back the cast from the first film and was once again written by co-stars Dan Aykroyd and Harold Ramis. The franchise was also riding a wave of success at the time, thanks in part to the animated series The Real Ghostbusters, a highly popular toy line, and countless tie-ins, among them being Coca-Cola's Hi-C Ecto Cooler. Yet despite all these ingredients, the long-awaited sequel underperformed at the box office, and it didn't fare too well with critics, as Siskel and Ebert ranked it one of the year's worst films. But this isn't to say that Ghostbusters 2, it doesn't have its fans, as while opinions do range greatly on the film's plot, tone, and humor, guess what? Some actually find it more entertaining when compared to the 1984 original. Myself included. Blasphemy, I know. I didn't say it was a better film, just that it was more entertaining, once again, to me. I'm getting off topic. In a new interview with BET, Ghostbusters star Ernie Hudson was asked about the Ghostbusters vs. Ghostbusters 2 debate, providing his thoughts on the fan reception of both films, saying, "With Ghostbusters 1, I thought it was really quite original, and I think there was nothing of that sort of humor, and it was scary and a little bit of all that. But Ghostbusters 2, by the time it came out, it was 5 years later, and they had the cartoon show that was playing, and it had become part of the cultural psyche. So when new people were introduced to that one, it was a different audience. A lot of kids grew up with the cartoons and the second movie. I think the second movie is more family-friendly. In the first movie, that librarian is scary enough, so it's a little bit more hard cutting edge. And I think the second one is more family-friendly, and I think a lot more young people embrace that movie. It's a lot easier to digest. But older audiences tend to like the first one because it created the whole Ghostbusters phenomenon. And there was the song that was also a huge part of it, and 40 years later, there are studios still building on that momentum. So I think it all depends on how you were introduced to the movie." Now, along with Ghostbusters, Hudson was also asked about his starring role in BET's Carl Weber's Family Business and the upcoming sequel series to Quantum Leap. If you want to check out the full interview, we got a link to it down below in the description. And I know it's kind of a redundant question, but I want to know, which one do you prefer? Ghostbusters or Ghostbusters 2? Comment down below and let us know why. With that said, that's all I've got for you here right now. As always, be sure to subscribe. If you want to join up with Ghostbusters news, check out our Patreon page. A link to that is also down below. And I'll see you right back here next time.